I'm Dennis Bragg in Ravalli County. While Missoula and other Montana cities might be getting most headlines about homelessness, there's growing evidence the housing crisis is expanding quickly into rural areas like the Bitterroot. In fact, leaders working on the problem now say a quarter of those people who rent and over 13% of those who own their homes are severely burdened by housing costs.
Those numbers just part of the story as Affordable Housing Advocates sponsored a discussion on Ravalli County's growing problems for people trying to find shelter. Speaker said new surveys are showing not only more people on the edge of losing their homes because of economic pressures, but a crisis trying to arrange for emergency shelter. The few apartments or homes available are beyond many budgets, and the boom in pandemic travel makes the few hotel rooms in the Bitterroot full and expensive. Proof affordable housing isn't just an urban problem.
We haven't kept up with the demand for building, and we're lagging millions of homes in terms to meet the demand. So what is out there is very expensive because of the market pressures, and the wages have not kept up.
With the building boom in the Bitterroot, the casual observer might wonder how there could be a housing shortage. But prices are soaring above what most longtime residents make.
So we know this is a really popular place to move, and there are many folks maybe moving from places with higher incomes, and it's hard for people who've lived here for a long time to compete.
This past summer, some hotel rooms were renting for $300 a night, far beyond what agencies can afford to provide emergency shelter. So the panel said most of the hidden homeless in the Bitterroot are families being forced to camp out if they can find a spot, or crowding in with others. And the problem is also keeping domestic violence victims from finding safety because they're afraid of living on the street.
In rural Montana, folks who are homeless are not always visible and often living with friends and relatives, and they're doubled up because they can't afford their own housing.
That's creating a vicious economic cycle in the valley.
Employers are constantly trying to attract new employees, and when they do the math on the housing costs and what is being offered as a salary, they're not able to move, and they're not able to take jobs and fulfill jobs that we desperately need.
Speakers say it's a complicated problem that needs a community solution.
And it's not always just government, but it's that meeting of public and private sector interests that we're really after.
In the Bitterroot, Dennis Bragg, MTN.